What's up, everybody, and this is Danny, and I'm going to look at today how to spot a fake Spigen case versus the real Spigen case that you would buy on their website or their genuine stores. And are there really any differences in between them? They're about half the price on eBay, and I thought I'd go ahead and buy one and see if there's any difference, because if you're like me, I want to save some money, and I want to see if these cases are any different. So they claim to be genuine as well, so I just got a few off of eBay, and I just wanted to see if they make any difference or have any differences with the price drop. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and see if these products are exactly the same for about half the price. Let's take a look now. To the normal buyer, they're going to think that this looks exactly the same and maybe think they're getting a genuine Spigen case, but on the left is the genuine one. They usually have a gray and orange theme to their cases and their packaging, and this one has a green package. But you can see how good they emulated Spigen on their packaging, because from the Spigen SGP logo to the way they packaged it, the only difference really is the color of the packaging, but they did a really good job of hiding it and make you think that you're getting a genuine product here. But there's some differences within the box. So let's go ahead and open these boxes and see what the difference is in between the fake one and the real one. And the real one, of course, comes with the case, certificate of authenticity, and their book, and 3 jelly buttons. So that's how you'll know that those are the real ones. And the fake one just comes with the case, and it also comes with a book that it looks exactly like this Spigen SGP book that comes with all the other products involved. It's a little bit faded on the paper, and it also comes with a screen protector. So the genuine one does not come with a screen protector, but you can see here it's not even cut out correctly, not around the home button or around the speaker piece like the Spigen ones do. And it comes with a microfiber cloth. So, you know, not that much different. Actually, at least you get a screen protector. I don't know how good the quality is because I'm not really going to use it. But let me know if you have. Let me know if you bought one of these fake cases. Put that in the comments below. But the left one is the real one and the right one is the fake. And you can see that the real one has smaller cutouts for the USB and the microphone. And on the other side here with the volume rockers, you can see that the original has larger volume rockers there. And I'll show you the differences between the tactility of these buttons later on and why that it's different. And on the top, the microphone, the secondary, and the IR blaster is the same. And on the other side with the power button, you can see that the power button's larger on the real version, smaller on the fake version. So they're getting better with these fakes here, because the first one used to say Slim Armor on them, but now it says Neo Hybrid. And actually, if you look at close, it says Ned Hybrid. So not even spelled correctly. So that should be a red flag right there. But look at this other version that I got, because I bought a secondary version, and instead of Ned it says Neo Hybrid, but the O is very small, so it's kind of evolving here. So you may even get a different variant, but the real one has small Neo Hybrid writing on there, and overall just looks much cleaner. So let's take a look at the build differences and the quality differences between these two cases. The first big noticeable thing is that it's much thicker. Look at the bottom of the case there on the actual band around there, and on the top is the fake version, and look at how much thicker that case is. So if you're really about the thinness of the Galaxy S4 and you want to keep it to that true thin profile of the Galaxy S4, then the fake one's not going to be the one for you. But look at the top there where it's silver and it's got a pronounced button. And it's not like that on the other ones. You can see it's kind of spray painted on there. It looks like that it was silver. So you can tell that's pretty fake right away right there. And the bottom actually, or the interior part, looks pretty similar. It's got the same anti-grip slip thing that's on there. And it looks pretty similar. You couldn't really tell the difference. But the back feels a little bit different. The texture is a little different and the quality is just not quite there. So let's go ahead and install the original official version here. Slips right in without problems, and you can see that the volume rocker is cut out there, and so is the power button, and that makes a huge difference on tactility of these buttons because it's cut out and has direct access to it. And putting on the band on the outside here that is for colors, it slips on really easily without problems. And the tactility of the power button, not a problem at all whatsoever. And the volume buttons too, super tactile without any issues at all on the original version. And it's a much different story though on the fake version. So let's look at this knockoff now, and you can see by the silver buttons there, looks like that part didn't get painted. And the fit is just not as good as the original, but the fit isn't terrible. It's not that bad, but looks like that some parts just don't fit in just quite right, but the fit isn't terrible. But actually the volume buttons are pretty tactile, because it must be that the way that it was built, the volume buttons are just fine. But the problem is the power button. The power button is terrible. There's no kind of tactility to this button at all, so you have to push this thing pretty hard for it to get to work, and there's no feedback on that button at all. It's like you're pushing it and there's just no tactility to this button, and you have to push it really hard. It's extremely annoying. I couldn't use this case because of that, because you're using the power button so much to turn on the device. And another thing here is that the band around there, it just doesn't fit as well. It's not as sculpted as the original, and it's hard to put on this way, so you might as well just keep it in one piece. Then it fits in pretty well. And you can definitely tell the differences on thickness though if you use both of them. Maybe if you don't have the original, you wouldn't really notice at all. So the quality differences are pretty subtle, but this power button is definitely a deal breaker for me. I just could not use it because of it. And let me know if you have this version, because I think a lot of people might not know this is fake. But look at that. If you tap it, it should work, but you really have to mash this button down to get it to work. And that is definitely a deal breaker. Saving 10-15 bucks is not worth that issue. But overall, they did a really good job of emulating this case, and has a Spigen logo on the back and everything. 13 mega, just like the Spigen case does. The cutouts, but if you look really closely at the camera, the cutout isn't exactly perfect compared to the original. So let's just move straight on to the Slim Armor, which is another really popular case from Spigen SGP. Now I've seen this thing as cheap as $10 on eBay, where the original is $24.99. That's without specials from Spigen SGP. But let's go ahead and open this fake case and see what comes inside. You can see it comes with the same booklet, and it's a little bit faded on the booklet, but it also comes with a screen protector too, which the original does not. And let's bring out the original Slim Armor, and right away, if you look at it, you can tell the difference between the colors. I don't know if they're picking up very well on camera or not, but see the internal sticker that is inside of the fake Slim Armor? You can see right through that plastic. So that color is just not really that great on there. Very thin compared to it. But look at the original. Can't see through it at all. And on the real one, which is on top, the Spigen logo is smaller. The Spigen logo is much bigger on the fake one. And if you look at the power button, it is also larger on the real version, where it's smaller on the knockoff or counterfeit. The top looks pretty much the same, and the opposite side with the volume rockers, same thing. The volume rockers are a little bit larger. And let's take this thing apart and see what's in the inside. Now the inside, you can tell the difference there. The left is the fake one with the black trim or the black sticker on there, and look at where the authenticity of the product is supposed to be, but it's grayed out. And where on the real version, it just has that original Spigen circle logo on there. And so those are some subtle differences there. So for the most part, for most people, if they don't have the original, they wouldn't really notice the difference at all. But there you can see the difference between the colors there, where on the left, see that you can see right through this case. And this is just in regular adequate lighting, and it looks extremely cheap, and you can tell right away that that's a knockoff just from that. And the actual case on the inside, the rubberized part, is also not as good of quality. And I don't know if it's picking up on camera or not. Much flimsier, and you can see around the actual button ports there, it's a different cutout too. And I'll show you the tactility of these things in just a little bit. Another way you can spot the fake is that the interior is different too. The non-slip grip that is supposed to be on the inside is not as pronounced on the fake one on the right. And the original Spigen product is a sticker on the fake one where it's actually inside the rubber on the real one. So that's a good way to spot the fake here. So let's go ahead and put on the original case, the official case, and it slides right in there without any problems. Really easy install, and it is pretty bulky, this case, but it feels good in the hand, and you can watch my original review on this. But see the tactility of this home button or the power button? Very, very good. You don't have to push it very hard, and very tactile on the volume buttons as well. So absolutely no problems with the tactility of these buttons at all. But this fake case here, as you can see, it fits pretty good as well, but it fits a little tighter than the original version. And you'll have to kind of work it in there just a little, but you know, not too bad on the install, and it looks very similar to it. And this is pretty much the same problem as the other one, is that the tactility of this button is terrible. It's the same thing again because it's the same kind of design, and it should work if you tap on it fairly well. And look at this, it just doesn't work unless you smash this button super hard. You got to push this thing, and it is really annoying. So if you have this version, you'll know right away. But the tactility of the volume buttons, though, once again, no problems with that. It's works really well, but the power button is just absolute trash, and it doesn't work. And one other problem too that I saw is removing this case, the fake one. It is hard to remove because remember I told you it was a little tighter to put on, and I found myself a lot taking the back cover off with it. And that's why I was only able to use this case for a couple days, because I really wanted to test these to see the differences. But on the real case, obviously no problems with the tactility of the buttons, but I was able to remove it without any problems. Back's not popping off or anything. It was just fine. So no problems at all. So what do you guys think so far? Do you have one of these fake cases, or have you bought one? Why don't you leave a comment in the comments below? But I don't think it's worth buying these fake cases. I know that you save 10, 15 bucks on these cases, but buying the genuine one fits a lot better. Better construction, better build quality, and I don't think you'll regret it at all. But I wanted to make this video to make it known which one is the fake and which one is the real one. So let me know what you guys think. Is the fake one work for you and you want to save a little money? That's up to you, but I think you should know what you're stepping into before you buy these cases. So please follow me on Twitter at SuperScientific, and subscribe to my channel, and hit like if you like this video and if it helped you out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.